Well, yeah, I was going to start with the Jets, but I sent something to Lanker and it really pissed me off. So I wanted to lead off with this. You know why? The best thing is that the Yankees just show me that Hal Steinbrenner is no George Steinbrenner. This is what I read today in the Post, and it got my blood fucking boiling. Boiling! Hal Steinbrenner acknowledged the Yankee season was awful, but offered little in the way of specific changes. Spoke to reporters on Tuesday, first time since they finished the season 82-80. What's up, Josh? Worst season since 92. He defended the club's analytic department. 82-80. Strength and conditioning staff. Stanton. Injuries galore. From what I remember, a lot of Yankee problems. Montas didn't play. Mustache Boy didn't play a lot this year. Strength and conditioning. Yeah, I saw a lot of guys injured this season. Stanton's always hurt. Okay, defended that. The front office decision-making, 82-80. Aaron Boone, 82-80. He still pledged big changes. I call bullshit. But only details he provided were hiring a new hitting coach, James Rowson, who was expected to be the choice after Sean Casey left, and bringing on Zulus Analytics for a year-long evaluation of the Yankees' own processes. There are changes that might be significant as far as we're concerned or the players are concerned, but not might seem too significant to reporters or the fans, he said during a Zoom press conference, douchebag. But it's all an effort to right this ship and be operating the most efficient way and the most successful way that we can. Since we haven't won a fucking title since 2009. But we're efficient. Oh, yeah, we're efficient. Strength and conditioning, all these guys are healthy. We're getting it done. Yeah. What do you mean used and abused, Casey? Casey wasn't a hitting coach. Casey came out of nowhere. He came in the middle of the season. Come on, dude. Come on, Josh. He wasn't doing jack shit. And you know what? I had a guy on. How much is the hitting coach really? Everybody has their own goddamn hitting coach. What is he really tinkering with? These guys are always tinkering with their swings, the batting stance, the way they're holding the bat, everything. What's a batting coach really doing? Is it really improving it that much? I mean, good God. And what are they going to be next year? No, you know, they're thinking about bringing back Frankie Montas. What did he pitch? 9 games the last 2 years? Really? He's a guy I'd be dying to bring back to the team. Yeah, he's a vital part of this team. I just read that. I was like, man, George Steinbrenner is turning over in his fucking grave. How this franchise is going is just deplorable. Deplorable. Yeah, use them for morale. What morale? They sucked. What morale? The whole season was a shit show. Ethan would agree. Yankees Recap would agree with me. You agree with me. Lanker agrees with me. Come on, Josh. And then their bench coach goes to the Mets. You know, I talked to my buddy Jay, and he said he was, and he's a huge Jet fan. He says, I'm even more upset about the Mets than I am about the Jets. And the Jets, how about this is, I listened to Gio and the former Jets, Boomer and Gio. This was a stat. You want to hear something from last night? Alex, what's up there, man? Mr. Boxing King. What's up, Boxing Man? How you doing, dude? I want to come see you fight. I think you're fighting soon. When you're going, and I did reach out to that guy to try to do ring announcing. I reached out to him 3 times, nada. But I think he runs his own show. I don't know if he's going to let me in. But if he hears my voice, he should put me on because I have the voice of champions. I have the voice of the gods. I have been the voice of God. I could be that man. That would be me. All right, yeah, let's get the boxing going, Alex. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go there and kick some ass. Well, I'm not punching. I'm not in any shape right now to do it. All right, Alex, you got me. That's all that matters. But how about this stat? Only team in the Super Bowl era, the Jets defense to have 5+ sacks. Well, they 5 sacks, allow under 200 yards, and not give up a 25-yard play and lose by 20 points. That was a great game. 191 points. 191 yards. Gave up 136 yards passing to Justin Herbert. Gave up a goddamn kick return. What was his name? Darius, the rookie out of TCU. Darius Davis. Darius Davis got through the first wave, and there was nobody there after the kicker. No one even close to him. Like, what the fuck is going on in the kick return, dude? Boyer, what is he, the special teams coach? Dude, what the fuck was going on in that play, man? I mean, nobody was around. And that would have been enough to win the goddamn game. I mean, I know Zuma dropped that pass at the end where he was juggling the ball like he was playing like it was hot potato, hot potato, hot potato. But by then, I put on James Madison, which beat Michigan State at home in overtime. I put that game on because that was more of a contest. And goddamn, Robert Saleh, get rid of the fucking beard. That beard, you look like a fucking moron. And he's sitting there with that face all the time. And, every time we get momentum, we shoot ourselves. What momentum? What momentum this year? You're 4-4. And I mean, what are you talking about? They suck. Oh, my God. Oh. It's been a usual occurrence for the Jets for a long time. Yeah? You think so? You think so? I get crazy. This shit drives me crazy. And he is not an NFL quarterback. He is not an NFL. I know it was the line, whatever, but that dude, Zach Wilson, holds on to the ball forever. And he doesn't ever. It's Garrett Wilson and Gibson. It's basically Garrett Wilson. A couple passes down the field at the end. But basically, even on fourth down, they're throwing the ball 8 yards. I mean, guys, throw a pass. And you know what? He sucked last year with Denver. And they brought him in because he was Aaron Rodgers' boy when he was with the Packers, the Jets offensive coordinator. Yeah. What is he dialing up there? And Boomer, Gio brought up a point. One of the guys on Boomer's thing on a radio show was saying, do you see anything going on during the game? Are they talking to him? Shouldn't they say, well, Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to step on the coaching staff. Who gives a fuck? He has more experience. He's done more things, and he is talent level above everybody out there. Let him talk. Let him talk to his. Let him talk to Zach Wilson. Yeah, Nathaniel Hackett. Nathaniel Hackett, you fucking suck. I mean, you suck. There's no game plan. Zach Wilson was never really was an NFL quarterback, and he's definitely not one now. I mean, he's not the present. He's not the future. He's not anything. He sucks. He really sucks. First play of the game, you overthrown the receiver, and from there it's downhill. Yeah, there was a couple of underthrow ball, good defensive coverage. Guys dropped the ball. Al Lazard seemed like he couldn't catch anything. There was an underthrow ball, good defensive coverage. But he's not like this pinpoint passer. He's not that guy. He's not that guy. Yeah, you know what, Josh? You could say it's not worth it. But it is worth it. You live in New York. Well, the games are in New Jersey, but you are a New York City guy. You're in the region. You're in the region. I expect winners. I expect that from my team. I expect the Yankees to compete for a championship every motherfucking year. Every year. I expect that. I expect the Rangers to be competitive every year. I expect, local teams to be competitive. Knicks fucking. But it's ownership too. But the Jets every goddamn year. And Zach Wilson's not the answer. Yeah. Well, Yankees more than any other team. Because every year you expect a champion. But now it's 2009. We're going on 14 years. It's not happening anytime soon. And the Jets, you're telling me that Zach Wilson was worth the number 2 pick out of BYU when he didn't play against anybody in college and comes to the pros, and he is totally in over his head. He has not taken the steps. Yeah, okay, he played well in the Chiefs game. One game. And even then he made plays where you were like, shit. And everybody's talking about, well, the Giant game. Big shit. He did some stuff at the end of the game. A game they had no reason winning, but they won. He's had 5 fumbles this year, Zach Wilson. 3 yesterday. Lost 2 yesterday. 5 lost fumbles. Yes. The Rangers are, but I mean, it's really the Yankees. But you play in this market. You expect teams to play well. The problem is they don't. Giants are done. Is it going to be Tommy DeVito? Oh, they just signed Jacob Eason. Do you remember him? He played at Washington a little bit? Yeah, college? Yeah, last year he played a 1 game for Carolina. 3 for 5, 59 yards, and interception, and loss to the Rams. Jacob Eason, that's coming off the bench. You're telling me there's no quarterback? You know what? Get Kaepernick off the bench. Call him up. Why not? Get somebody out there that can give them a chance to win a goddamn game. Now, Tommy DeVito, I like to see what he can do. He's a rookie. Give him a shot. But Matt Barkley, are you kidding me? Matt Barkley was, I remember USC started as a freshman, and that was his zenith. From there, it was down. Journeyman in the NFL. He is not a guy you want playing every goddamn game because all the problems come out. He's just not that good. He peaked very young. Like your sexual peak is a young age. Oh, did you see also? Yeah. Colt McCoy. Are you kidding me, Colt McCoy? What's the difference between Matt Barkley and Colt McCoy? Two guys who should not be playing anymore. Yeah, no NFL. Listen, they may be in tank mode. You say they're in tank mode, but the players want to win. Players aren't there because they're playing for the next contracts. So I don't. I think NFL is not a place you want to tank because you're trying to get your next job. I just think the team is built to lose. That's ownership. That's the GM. That's everybody put in a position not to win. But the players want to win the games. They're not out there trying to lose games. McCoy knows the offense at least. You know what, dude? And what does that do? Playing there previously. But he didn't play with Dable. Did he play with Brian Dable? No, he played before Brian. Wait, did he play last year? Am I freaking get my years confused? I don't want Colt McCoy. Colt McCoy has the what's the word I'm looking for? Mobility of a 85-year-old down in South Florida. That's what his mobility is. And no offense, Al. I know, and Dom, I know he went to UT's the all-time winning coach and all-time winning quarterback in program history and all that stuff. But his day has come and gone. Yeah, back up last year. Yeah, he won some games. Okay, yeah. Let's bring in Colt McCoy. I'd rather give Tommy DeVito because Tommy DeVito's been with the team offseason. He's younger. Let him see what he can do. DeVito actually can run, mobility, all that stuff. Colt McCoy, you're putting up there. You might as well, yeah. Then you're really tanking. I don't think players will be happy if Colt McCoy's playing there every goddamn day. That's me. So there's a conspiracy theory. Dan Le Batard, with Stugatz? Billy Gill said, what if Aaron Rodgers never really tore his Achilles and it's all like it's all a ruse? Well, this is the thing. Okay, he's taking a 3-step drop back and throwing passes. And what was this? Was awful announcing? I saw this on Twitter. And the guy says, I don't expect him to come back this season. And I agree. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is coming back because, taking a 3-step drop and throwing a ball as opposed to him being out there and making plays is a totally different world. So I don't think that's happening. I maybe, but, and then I was talking, Jay said, well, even if he was in there, would it matter? Yes. He's an accurate passer. He can throw the ball. Okay, they're going to put pressure on him, but he has touch. He knows he has experience. He can do everything. Zach Wilson, none of the above. Yeah, and I thought Tyrod played pretty well against the Bills. I thought he did. He got rid of the ball quickly. They stayed in the game. The defense kept them in the game, and they were in it for but then it went to shit very fast, very very fast. Josh, see, this is what I like. Josh today is being active. I guess and also he has young kids, so it's kind of hard. You can't really. But if he's locked in today, and we take that as a present, a treat, might I add. Yeah, and also okay, so that conspiracy. Yeah, he tore his Achilles. He's not coming. And Cam Akers tore his other Achilles on Sunday for the Vikings. So now 2 years ago he tore his, I think it was the left, and in the game, the right. I think the left he tore this 2 years ago. He tore his right. So this guy in a 4-year span has tore both Achilles, and he had that lightning thing done, and he came back like in 5 months and ended up playing for the Rams in their Super Bowl run. But he's out for the Vikings. And Professor Lou Moore brought up an interesting point. They always bash black quarterbacks not as smart. You can't play the position. Well, Josh Dobbs came in with really no practice time, really no play, didn't really know the playbook. He said it was like trying to take a Spanish test when you speak French, and only led them to a win over the Falcons. And Arthur Smith, how the fuck do you not play Bijan Robinson? Maybe we've got to get him more touches. That's what he said this week. Are you fucking kidding me? Really, dude? You have a guy with that much time? Kind of like Breece Hall, 16 for 50, 4 catches for 10 yards. They kept getting penalties. Every time they got something going, 8 penalties a game, it seemed that it came back. But you got to get Breece Hall the ball. I mean, every time he gets the ball, something good could happen. He's that good. Yeah, he's that good. And I mean, Garrett Wilson, he dropped the ball. They got a ball stripped. He said, that's on me. They were driving. I mean, everything that could possibly happen. And Zach Wilson can never feel pressure. And Bosa got 2.5 sacks. 3 guys got 2 sacks or more. Bosa just ripped him down at one point. He was being held. The guy was holding him. He just grabbed Zach Wilson and pulled him down with one arm. Like Zach Wilson, they said every time I counted, you got to get rid of the ball between 2 and 3 seconds. I'm counting to 4. He's still holding the ball, looking at, dude, throw the ball away. Do anything. Just get rid of the fucking ball. Not him. Got sacked 2 straight plays at one point. Get rid of the fucking ball. And yeah, he had a couple passes here and there, but that's all it is. He's a teaser. He's a teaser quarterback. He teases you in moments. very infrequent moments. He is not the answer. Not the answer at all, man. Not even close. God damn, does he suck. And also this, most games with 0 touchdowns in the last 5 seasons. The Jets with 16, the Giants with 9, Houston with 8, and of course the Jets had no touchdowns on. Well, Azuma should have had a touchdown. He just bobbled the shit out of it. Brees Hall said, it's on my Instagram page, we all just got to grow up and do our jobs with their Jets, the offensive struggles. Yeah. Well, is that going to make a difference? And they always talk about we have a great week of practice. You can't tell me you had a great week of practice and you put out a fucking turd like that. You can't say it. You can't tell me you had a great week of practice. Because if you had a great week of practice, you wouldn't have all those penalties, you wouldn't have all those fumbles, and you wouldn't have Zach Wilson as your quarterback. Because maybe Zach Wilson is the greatest practice quarterback in the history of the National Football League, because he is not that when it comes to Sundays and Mondays. Yeah. Zach is garbage. He's not the answer. Yeah, he is not running. The other Bede 22 has joined us. Hey, if you want to talk some sports, bring it on. Yeah, he's not running for his life in practice. Maybe he is, because that defense should be running, chasing him down. I mean, they asked Quinn Williams how you felt, because how would you feel? Your defense is playing great, and they're going crazy. They've done 17-6. I saw a play. Sauce going on the jumping up and down. Dude, what are you doing? Game's over. Game was over when it was 14-0. Or was it the Jets kicking field goals? I'm like, yeah, we're gonna win a lot of games. Going to win a lot of games, Jets. Jet fans are going to win a lot of games when you're kicking field goals and they're scoring touchdowns. Good God. And I know my buddy Harris lost in fantasy because one guy, he was up by like 8-10 points, and Austin Eckler got like 21 yesterday. So he lost yesterday. So I am in tied for second place. And it still says I don't have a good chance of making the playoffs in my fantasy football league. But I am 5-4. I'm over 500. And that's better than I can say about the goddamn Jets and Giants. Pieces of shit. What a disgrace. Yeah. Wilson, 5 fumbles this year, fumbled 3 times, but yeah, lost 2. 33 of 49, 263. And he joined Ken O'Brien and I think Richard Todd. Oh, I forget it. I got to look it up. But to throw 49 plus passes without interception. He should have had interception because he tried to get one in there and one of the Chargers guys got his hands on it. There were a couple times I thought they could have had interception against him. Yes, it was close. And great stats. 33 of 49, 263. Wilson, 7 for 80. And that punt return. So the Jets, this is from Morning Blitz. I love Morning Blitz. 3 punt return TDs allowed since the beginning of the 2022 season. Rest of the NFL has a total of 4. 4. That bodes well for them. So the Jets allowed 8 sacks, 15 pressures, and 4 quarterback hits per True Media. Thank you, Zach Rosenblatt. I mean, looked like they were in the backfield every time. And after the game, he says, we have to be better. If I hear a goddamn guy, I love SNY. If I hear another goddamn guy say, we have to be better, we have to play better. If I hear it one more fucking time, I'm going to fucking puke. It's like, enough already. Stop saying we got to be better. Just be better. Don't tell us what you have to do. You didn't get it done. I mean, you come in 4-3, you get everybody excited. You're playing a mediocre Charger team who's been beat up this season. And you're telling me that's the answer? Come on. We have to play better. We have to be better. Zach, you're like, I feel like I'm watching a 12-year-old out there who, is playing with, he is a man. He is a child among men out there. That's what I see. I see someone who is not ready for prime time. Never was ready for prime time. Should not be playing. It was supposed to be a redshirt year for him this season. It should be a redshirt season this year and next year and the year after. And he should be playing the XFL, USFL, CFL, somewhere else, just anywhere away from the Jets. I mean, good God, Donald, him. I mean, Mike White, I'd take a shot with for a couple games right now, who really wasn't that good either. But he was better than I thought. He was better. Well, he's just mediocre quarterback. You need a goddamn good quarterback. Someone who's actually of an appropriate age. No offense, Aaron Rodgers, but you're at the end of your run, not the beginning. They need a young guy. Look at what C.J. Stroud's doing. Look what C.J. Stroud is doing. I mean, good God, lighting it up. Now, I know the Bucs aren't the best team, but you put up 470 in a football game, 5 touchdowns. That's a day. Zach Wilson, that'll take him about 5 games to do that, put up those stats. Garrett Wilson is on Bart and Hahn every Tuesday at 2, getting his perspective. Well, yeah, so Josh, what is his perspective every week at 2? What is he giving a perspective about? We suck. I got a quarterback who I have to, catch the ball at the line of scrimmage and make plays where I have 7 catches for 80 yards. Basically, it's me doing all the work. He had one ball that he threw to him that he couldn't, that was out of bounds, and Garrett Wilson still made the goddamn catch. What is he saying? Is he defending his quarterback? Because he can't be defending him. He has to be going home every night and going, Jesus, I have better quarterbacks in fucking college than I have in the NFL. That's what he has to be saying himself every goddamn game. That's what he has to be saying. I can't believe he's saying anything else. Oh, to give your plug to Barton. Yeah, he should come on with me every day at 2 o'clock. I go, how about we, Garrett, how we get a little real here, which you probably can't do. You know, you can't get really real. But I'm like, come on, you have better quarterbacks in college. You have better quarterbacks in high school. You have better quarterbacks in Pee Wee than you have right now in the NFL. And you're a good player. You're very good. Hey, everybody fumbles. You can remember that fumble. He's going to be pissed off at that fumble that he let his team down. But he's a hell of a player. Too bad he's on a really shitty team. Really shitty. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. And Zach Wilson, average time to throw under pressure, 3.76 seconds. Way too long. And, you know, and then he holds on the ball forever. Doesn't get rid of it. Throws a shitty pass or throws it. It was ugly. I thought he actually had more incompletions than what did he go? He only had how many incompletions? What he only 16? I thought he had a lot more than that. Yeah, only 16 incompletions. Seemed like he had one every other play. Yeah, when it counted. Yeah, I mean, every time they were punting, it was embarrassing. And the Manning cast last night. I can't listen to. I can't listen to the former first pick. Just get me the damn ball. Yeah, what the hell's his name? Now he's on. What is he on? Fox now? I'm blanking on his name. He was on last night. Trevor Lawrence, and then you had Arnold at the beginning feeding his animals. He didn't really add anything to the show. And you know, after a while, you zone him out. I mean, it's a terrible game anyway. You're not really getting anything out of it. And what is Eli going to say? You know, just not good quarterback play. Yeah, definitely. Aikman wasn't impressed at all with Zach Wilson. Yeah, and he said that the beard's going to turn gray by the end of the game, which it should have. Get rid of the beard. I would have got rid of the beard at halftime after how shitty they played. That's what I kept saying to myself. Sal, shave off the fucking beard at halftime and maybe change, because that beard just doesn't work, dude. Yeah, Keyshawn Johnson. I'm not a fan of Keyshawn. He was all pissed off because if he played as hard and with as much heart as Wayne Corbett did, then he might have done something with. I mean, he was an okay player. He had good, but I thought Wayne Corbett did more with what he had than Keyshawn ever did. I don't think Keyshawn ever played his ass off or played with as much heart as. And this isn't a black-white thing. This is a lazy motherfucker thing. I always got from Keyshawn. He always looked out of shape. Always looked pudgy to me. Never looked in good shape. Always complaining with his quarterbacks. Always getting into fights. And I never felt like he busted his ass. Something bad happened. He wanted out of town. And what he won a ring with the Bucks, pissed off everybody. I mean, he just wasn't that great a player. I thought he left on the Jets after after Parcells and everything, wanted to get out of town. Not a fan at all of Keyshawn. They showed it at his draft party. Who he had Ice-T and some other guys. I mean, he was, yeah, Keyshawn, not a fan. Never was a fan. Always thought he was an entitled, lazy piece of shit. Yeah, I'd have no problem telling him either. Put him on the show now. I'll tell him. I just thought he never reached his potential at all. Oh, why is your message? Oh, you just retracted your thing. Oh, what did you just do? Oh, wait, what did you just retract there, buddy? You think he was a great player, Keyshawn? No, he wasn't a great player. I want to know what you retracted there, buddy. Oh, that was an accident. Oh, I thought you took something away. You're afraid it was showing up on the show. I got a little excited right there. The Jets have scored 13 or less points in 4 games. Giants lead the NFL with 6. That's another shitty thing. 4 fumbles, 3 sacks for fumbles. Yeah. They time of possession with almost 10 more minutes to the Wilson turnover battle. Oh, Tyler Conklin had 6 catches for 60 yards. Had some nice catches. And Gibson, 2 for 32. Herbert, 16 of 30 for 136. Keenan Allen got 10,000 career receiving yards, the most he's already the leading receiver in Chargers franchise history. Caught a one-handed pass. It was a pretty goddamn pass. And he kept it on the sideline. Yeah, I'm glad he got it, dude. Yeah, he's a hell of a player. I thought he's always been a great player on shitty teams in the past. So the Chargers host Detroit on Sunday. And next week in primetime again, Sunday Night Football, the Jets go to the Raiders. And Antonio Pierce is let practice squad players be in the sidelines. He said, they bust their ass all goddamn week. In college, all the players can be in the field. Why can't practice squad players? And he goes, and hopefully someday they become go to the active roster. I'll tell you, the Jets better be concerned. Pierce got that team playing loose, hungry, and they don't give a fuck. And when you play a team who doesn't give a fuck, you're in big trouble. And they're probably foaming at the mouth, Max Crosby, waiting to get his hands on Zach Wilson, because all you see when you watch tape is so many goddamn issues with him and the line that you're like, okay, just put pressure on it, hit him. He's bound to throw some shitty passes every game. And, he can't get – there's not too many – that's another thing. He's holding the ball for so long. Who's getting open? Who does he have anymore? Garrett Wilson and Gibson. Nobody can break. Nobody can get through. Nobody can get separation. And whatchamacallit wasn't even playing. Who's the guy who came over from the Packers? I see his eyes. He's got those wild eyes, the blue eyes dude, who played with Aaron Rodgers on the Packers. He wasn't even dressed for last night's game. I didn't know he was injured. Who's the shit? How come I'm blanking? Lazard came over, and like on the Green Bay Jets, the Jets wide receivers. Yeah, what happened with him last night? What happened with Cobb? Was Randall Cobb hurt? Was Randall Cobb hurt last night? Because was he Randall Cobb? Yeah, was he inactive last night? Yeah, what happened with him last night? Oh, Randall Cobb is active with Randall Cobb inactive. The Jets. Wait, so that's what I was trying to see. In 7 games, it's maybe a healthy scratch. That's what I thought he was. He looked like a healthy scratch to me. Healthy scratch last night, Randall Cobb. You suck. You suck. Shouldn't be in the team anymore. When you're a healthy scratch, that means, because they said he can't block, doesn't catch too many balls. I mean, they don't have anybody out there anymore. So it can't all be on Zach Wilson. You got to have guys get separation. The only guy look like out there right now who really can count on is Garrett Wilson. Alan Lazard drops a lot of passes, and Conklin Azuma drops too many fucking passes. But Conklin is a tough player. He comes to play. And I just feel they're wasting this defense. And right now, if the season ended, the Giants would have the 4th pick in the draft. Great. And Tyrod Taylor isn't available to play until Week 14, December 11th, when they host the Packers on Monday Night Football. That's going to be must-see television. Packers Giants Monday Night Football, December 11th. If you have tickets for that game, I feel sorry for you. Yeah, I feel really sorry for you. Hey, Carson Wentz signed with the Rams. Yeah. Hasn't played all season. Carson Wentz. Will Levis is the start of the rest of the season for the Titans. I think that's a good move. Josh Dubois said 1 year ago today, Jeff Saturday hired as Colts interim head coach, beat McDaniel's first game, the Raiders, and then lost 7 straight. So Blake Martinez retired last year. He did Pokemon, sold the car for $672,000, and then he was on an app, Whatnot, and he was banned permanently for scamming customers. So I guess he said, "Shit, I got to make money again. Might as well come back play football." And the Panthers need more bodies, so he's on the Panthers practice squad. There's also from Josh Dubois. Past week, first time since Week 6, 2002, no player born in the 80s threw a pass. On the thing I read about Antonio Pierce with the practice squads, Ari Myrov, thank you for that one. That was good. I thought that was a cool thing. I like that. I thought that was very cool. This is great. This is from a Michigan graduate, Arjun Menon. Most explosive plays allowed this year. Buffalo Bills have allowed 57, 26 rushing, 31 passing, tied with Indianapolis. The Giants have allowed 53, 29 run, 24 pass. The Jets only allowed 40. They're 25th. And Jacksonville's only allowed 31 this whole season. Passing, most explosive plays allowed. Pittsburgh and Washington with 35. Tampa Bay's allowed 36. Explosive passing plays over 20-plus yards. Rushing is over 10-plus yards. So the Giants and the Raiders have allowed the most rushing explosive plays over 10-plus yards, 29 of those. So, yeah, I mean, that's a lot. But we expect it. But the Jets' defense a little better, so they should be at the bottom. Jacksonville, how about Buffalo? I did not expect Buffalo. Cincinnati is 56. Let me see. Yeah, of the good teams, I'm kind of surprised to see Buffalo and Cincy 1-2 in explosive plays allowed. I thought that was kind of interesting. Ron Rivera thinks Sam Howell could be long-term quarterback. They're 4-5. They're at the Seahawks on Sunday. Dolphins 0-3 against winning teams. They host the Raiders in 2 weeks, so they're on a bye. That's good for them. Bryce Young had an 11.3 QBR. Well, he did through 2 pick sixes. And how about this for Thursday Night Football? The 1-7 Panthers at the 2-7 Bears. Ouch. Ouch. Not good. That's going to be an ugly game. That's going to be ugly. Cowboys, Terrence Steele, 4 sacks allowed against Philly. They gave him an $86.6 million extension in the offseason. And they did sign Martavis Bryant, who hasn't played in the NFL since 2018 with the Raiders. I mean, guys are looking for players. Devin Achan on track to return Week 11 versus the Raiders. Dave Montgomery's supposed to play this week at the Chargers. And Super Bowl odds, they're saying a Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl rematch. If guys stay healthy, yeah, maybe it'll happen. Maybe it'll happen. Maybe. And I love this. The Sun Belt and James Madison reached out to the NCAA because if you go from FCS to FBS, you cannot be eligible for a bowl game for 2 years. Well, James Madison's 9-0 this year. They're 21 in the country. 9-0. They got 3 games left. They host UConn, they host App State, and then they're at Coastal. So they got 3 more games to go 12-0. And you're telling me a 12-0 team can't go to a goddamn bowl game, but you're going to put a team that might be 6-6 or 5-7. You're going to leave at 12. Whatever even if they finish 9-3, they deserve to play in a bowl game. And people would like to see them in a bowl game. So I call bullshit on that one. I think I like that. I think they should. Thank you, Shane Metlin, for that one. They should be in a bowl game. You're 9-0. You're playing a great season, and you got to wait 2 years. If you're that good and you're 20, wouldn't you want more exposure for the? And I'm kind of thinking that I guess they're in the, but they play the Sun Belt. I don't think they're up there in ranking. Oh, the college football playoff ranking come out tonight, the second one. So it's kind of interesting to see how that turns out. But I think they're right now the college football playoff. I don't even think they were in the. I don't think they're eligible. Right, they're not eligible, so they can't be in the rankings. But I'd be kind of curious where they'd be ranked right now because they're having a hell of a season. I mean, Liberty's 9-0. They're 9-0. There's some good group of 5 teams out there that are playing well. And now Michigan is calling out, saying that Rutgers, Ohio State, and Purdue engaged in communication about Wolverine signals in 2022. This isn't going away. This is going to go on for a while. Yeah, you like that stat? Thank you. That's a stat. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Josh, for that one. Yeah, I tried. Listen, that's what I get. I have, my brain all day, I got shit in it, so I got to keep going. I mean, I could talk for 14 hours anyway. You know how the way I roll. That's the way I roll, man. How about the Knicks? The Nets lost 129-125 to the Bucks, and Giannis had 36 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, steal and 2 blocks. And I think he shot like 15 for 20. His shooting was fine. So Ben Simmons took 3 fucking shots. How does Ben Simmons take 3 shots? That's why you lose game. Ben Simmons, shoot the goddamn ball, dude. Good. He had 2 points. He had 15 rebounds and 4 assists. But 3 shots. Every time to Javi, I'm like, Javi, what's going on here? That's not enough shots, man. He's got to take more shots. I'm like, dude, you got to take more shots. I mean, he didn't respond to me, but I was like, dude, what's and I said, Cam Thomas is playing out of Cam Thomas last night had goddamn 45. 45. He's averaging 28.7 this year. 45 points. Brooklyn Bridges had 31, and they had 3 and 4. Bucks improved to 4 and 2. But 45 for Cam. It's like what did I see a stat? He has as many 3-pointers. I want to make sure I get this right. He has as many 3-pointers made as assists, but they said, hey, they're not paying him to assist, they're paying him to shoot. Yeah, what did I see here? 9th in scoring, 28.7, 5th in points, 201, and he's as many 3-pointers as total assists, 17. Yeah, they said, go get buckets, that's what you're here for. So he's not really passing the ball. He's there to shoot. But I still thought that was pretty impressive. And, Harden, the system. And he even said I came out of shape, but, I had to get, it takes me a while to get in shape. Dude, you sat out the whole fucking training camp. You pissed and moaned until you got traded. And I don't want to hear you're out of shape. You're a professional athlete. You have time on your own. Stay out of the titty bars. Stay out of the titters. And get yourself in shape. Because I'm tired of hearing every goddamn year that you're not in shape. And now they wanted to run the second team. You know what? He's not going to make the team better. They were minus 18 when he was in the court. The Clippers were minus 18 yesterday of the other night, last night when they lost to the Knicks. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it anymore. I'm tired of it. You know, Harden's always wham, wham, wham. Just shut the fuck up, Harden. You freaking whiny little bitch. It's a whiny little bitch. Basketball Africa League expanded fourth season tip-off March 24th in South Africa. Jokic last night, he passed LeBron and Kidd, 108 triple-doubles, 35, 14 rebounds, 12 assists. They won 134, 116. They're 7-1. The Pelicans fought a 4-3. But okay, they got that kid, Jordan Hawkins, who won a natty with UConn last year. 31 points. And Zion Williamson, 21, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. I mean, it's early in the season. They played 7 games, but this is a good start for them. That's a good start for them. Pacers 152-111 over the Spurs yesterday. Yeah, they're gonna have rough patches this year. The Spurs at Wemby. Spurs are for 3-4. Pacers 4-3, but they tied a franchise record for points in a game back on May 1st, 2021. They did it against OKC, and back on December 28th, 1982, they did it against Denver. 152 points, only 3 times in the franchise history for the Pacers. I was impressed, very impressed. You got Auburn versus Baylor, 9 p.m. on ESPN tonight. Thank you, Jeff Goodman. Juju Watkins, first game for USC. They beat the Dump in Vegas. Bronny was there. We don't know when Bronny's coming back, but Bronny was at the game. She was one of the top recruits in the country. 32, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Oh, Omac. I met Omac at a WNBA game years ago, and he represents WNBA players. His daughter plays basketball. He played at UConn. I met him, and I've wanted to get on the show, so I know you're probably running around. But if you will come on a future show, I would love to have you on, talk about your clientele, your days playing at UConn, all that stuff. I would love to have you on. I know I'm a pushy guy. That's the way I am. But if you want to talk about anything, love to have you on a future show. I love what you're doing. Respect, much respect. And Grant Nelson transfer from North Dakota, 21, 6'10", 215 to power forward for Bama last night. They beat Morehead State, 24.7 rebounds, 2 blocks. They're saying that's someone to watch out for in the upcoming NBA draft. Bill Self is now got the highest, most lucrative college basketball head coach contract. I'd like to be his agent. 5 years, $53 million. Dwarfs Calipari's 5-year, $44 million. Thank you, Jeff Goodman, for that. I talk about Frankie Montas. 1-4 the last 2 years, played a total of 9 games. 1-0, he played in the final series of last year, and the Yankees have interest. Why? Well, they do have a good strength and conditioning. That's what Hal Steinbrenner said. So, they'll get him healthy for the season. Meanwhile, the guy can't stay healthy anytime he's been with the Yankees. I love that, the strength and conditioning staff. Yeah, look at the games lost this past season. Not that much. Seemed like every other game. Whatchamacallit got hurt right at the beginning of the season. They trade him to the Cardinals, the center fielder, the kid from New York. What the hell was his name? I'm blanking. I'm just blanking on names today. Cards, center fielder, 2023. Yeah, I'm blanking on names. No, Cardinals, not that one. God damn it. I hate when it does this stuff. St. Louis Cardinals, center fielder, 2023. Josh sometimes helps with this stuff. Depth chart. Okay, who wasn't the Cardinals, right? No, not Lars Newbar. Wait, was he playing left? Not Jordan Walker. Tyler O'Neill. Yankees traded. Yeah. Now I got to look. Now this is going to bother me. This is going to bother me. Yankees trade 2 cards. Oh, no. Oh, he went to the Reds. I'm sorry. He went to the Reds. Jason, no, not that. Harrison Bader. It's Harrison Bader. That's what I was thinking about. Harrison Bader. Look to the Reds. The Reds. He was hurt. Beginning of the season, he got hurt. In spring training, got hurt. Yes, strength and conditioning. Rydell, the football helmet and gear exploring sale could value around $600 million. Thank you, football helmet guy. New U.S. Women's National Team coach Emma Hayes, who's currently coaching Chelsea in the Women's Premier League, will take over at the end of 2023-24 season. Rangers are 8-2-1, Devils 7-3-1, Islanders 5-2-3. But Jack Hughes is hurt. Shoulder injury, could be out 3 to 4 weeks. Boston 10-1-1. Vegas 11-1-1. Dallas is 7-3-1. But listen to this. Colorado 7-3. But Vegas, Vancouver's 9-2-1, and the Kings are 7-2-2 in the Western Conference. That's crazy, right? I mean, that's a good conference right now. I saw a video of Ichiro at a high school batting practice. It looked like it was in an abandoned municipal park. Hit a bomb that he broke a window at the school. I thought that was kind of interesting. So Hughes could be out 3 to 4 weeks. 5 goals, 15 assists, 20 points in 10 games. And the World Series 9-inning games averaged 3 hours and 1 minute, fastest since 1996. Yay. Yay. Isn't that great? That's great. You know, Jay, I was going to talk more about – I can't talk about the Jets anymore. Dude, I apologize, but we did talk. He did say some interesting stuff. He says punt return, -3 turnovers. That's 100% formula for failure. He said, so much for my conversation with you last Monday, 180-degree turn on any hopes Jets might have had. I would have probably given a 50% chance last week for playoffs. Now he said 5%. He said, we agree. It's not all wide receivers not getting separation. Punt return killed them. You can't spoil 7 points. That was enough to win the game, I think, in a way. I didn't think the Jets were doing anything on offense to change that. Yes, fastest average and least watch World Series. Yes, I agree. Yes, they should have been even shorter. We would like it even shorter. He said he was upset with the turnover the turnover battle. He also said Brandon Staley interview he was watching. He said when both the defenses are playing spectacular, it's the special teams that have to come alive. Yeah, I mean, that was one play. I mean, basically they got the touchdown on that play, and that was enough. But Staley is a quarterback who threw for 136 yards. I mean, 8 sacks. Line sucks. Wasted a phenomenal D. Yeah, he said at 263 yards, half in the last 2 minutes to Michael Carter. AVT going down on the offensive line 2 years in a row. That hurts. Yeah, we said we have to keep getting better. And he said, so deep down, I'm thinking that Aaron Rodgers would not have been that much better with these guys now. But I said he's a real quarterback and he can make throws. So I think, yes, he thinks they go 7-10 with Rodgers, maybe 9-8. Yeah, I mean, he said the turnover ratio is fluke. No. Not with Zach Wilson. Not a fluke. He doesn't hold on to the goddamn ball. He doesn't feel pressure around him. You got to strip from him. And guys get ball stripped, man. I don't think it's a fluke. I think guys don't handle the ball, and good defenses look to take the ball away any way they can. Yeah. You got a shitty team, shitty quarterback. If you know, I don't. Listen, you are not winning games. I know they beat the Bills and they won some games. And you know, it's funny. I haven't heard from my friend Rob today. Haven't heard a word from him. But I wanted to talk to him, not to bash him, but I want to know, well, what do you think? What happened yesterday? I want to talk to him. But I didn't even reach out to him. He must be so pissed off. Yeah. Field goal team, I said. Well, that's what people are saying. They said they should put in Trevor Siemian or put in Boyle. Give somebody a shot. A lot of drops. And he said Brandon Staley will be the Bears defensive coordinator under Jim Harbaugh next year. I said, okay. Yeah, and he brought up he hadn't seen him with Daniel Jones. He goes, very bad day for New York football teams, New York sports. I said, yeah. I said, well, you got Tommy DeVito, Matt Barkley, and Jacob Easley. And this is his analogy. He said, it's like my golf game. I'm a bad golfer, but every so often we'll have a couple of nice drives, a couple of nice approach shots, etc. Kind of like Zach Wilson. He said the Giants quarterback reminds me of that total hacker. I don't think Daniel Jones is the back. I would take Daniel Jones any day. He said he would take Zach Wilson. I would take Daniel Jones any day over Zach Wilson. I don't think Daniel Jones is a bad quarterback. And Daniel Jones can run. And I just think he hasn't had great talent around him. And he won a goddamn playoff game last year. Give him props out. I thought he played great against the Vikings. And I thought the whole team was a whole team failure last year against the Eagles. Whole team failure last year. Yeah. So Josh is saying there are plenty of quarterbacks not on a team that suck, but Zach Wilson sucks worse than every single one of them. I don't doubt that. I mean, well, you know what? Yeah, I would put him up there of a guy. If I had to, back up, I'd take Malik. I'd take anybody. You think, yeah, I think Daniel Jones is better than Zach Wilson. I do. I think but they both make bad decisions. They both turn over the ball too much. They both fumble the ball too much and throw too many interceptions. So both teams, and that's what they said, even with his, $35.5 million guaranteed next year, that the Giants might be saying, hey, you know what? We're done here. They might cut him loose, which I'd be like, holy shit, that's really going to happen? I was like, wow. So I guess we'll see if that happens. But, I mean, time will tell. I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I guess we're gonna see. Yeah, I had a bunch of other Jets stats, but I think I'm done talking about the Jets. I think I've reached my tip. Cardinals. This is the thing. You got Kyler Murray, who's going to basically has what does he have? 8 games to prove himself. Yeah, I mean, basically, and they right now they're up for a top pick. Hasn't played since December. 8 games. We're going to see what he can do. Now, this is a team that had 58 yards and 48 plays against the Browns. Offensive line is beat up. Key playmakers are injured. But Murray's, the team seems. I mean, they're going to throw him out there. Yeah, I don't know about that. That's going to be ugly. Yeah, Sunday against the Falcons, who are not playing good football. There's a lot of coaches I think could be gone. I think Smith is going to be gone. I think McDermott's going to be gone. I think Brandon Staley could be gone. I think there's a lot of guys who could be done. A lot of guys who could be done this year that just aren't getting the job done. And I think Justin Herbert needs a good goddamn coach. And I don't know what that OC. I liked him with the Cowboys, but the Chargers OC, I don't know what he's calling play-wise, but they look so disjointed out there, not throwing the ball down the field. A lot of drops. Kellen Moore, I see a lot of drops in the NFL. Like a lot of guys dropping balls, more than I've seen in a while. And I love this. Dak Prescott on third down this season. Thank you, Tony Holzman. 75% leads the NFL. 9.7 yards per attempt on a pass yards attempt leads the NFL. 118.7 passer rating. Big shit. Under pressure, 67%. 8.4 yards an attempt. 113.6 leads the NFL. Meanwhile, they got blown out. Yeah. Lamar Jackson leads the NFL with 8.8 pass yards per attempt when under pressure this year. Great. Well, they're winning games. And the Cowboys are like this all season. I don't think they're going to get it done this year. Who are the Cowboys playing this week? Cowboys are playing. They're on a bye. Cowboys are playing. What's the Eagles? Oh, they host the Giants. Woo-hoo-hoo! Ooh, sorry, Harris. That could get ugly. That could get real ugly. Woo! Yeah, that could get real ugly. Yeah, I talked about Akers. Josh Dobbs. Yes, I agree with Professor Lumore that, yeah, he got the job done. Jaron Hall, I thought they benched Hall, but Hall had a concussion. Cam Akers tore the left one this time. He tore the right one 2 years ago. Wow, that sucks. Jalen Hurts re-aggravated a bone bruise in his left knee. Dallas Goedert is my tight end. He's expected to have surgery sometime this week. Miss around 4 weeks. Jedrick Willis Jr. for the Browns offensive tackle, injured reserve, MCL injury in their win against Carolina. 2020 first-round pick will miss at least 4 games. Sammy Watkins had a tryout with the Colts, number 4 pick in 2014. He had some good years. Last played for the Ravens. He made some comments about Lamar Jackson during their playoff run. Well, can I say shit? Yeah, I love this. Falcons only gave Bijan Robinson 11 carries, 2 catches against the Vikes. Arthur Smith says his impact away from the ball can open things up. I'm sure fantasy owners love hearing that. His impact away from the ball can open things up. Dude, away from the ball. He is the guy you want to give the ball to. He's not the guy you want to leave the ball. You want the ball in his hands. Oh, so you like a decoy? You don't have enough talent on that fucking team to use him as a decoy. You give him the ball. Dom would agree with me. Hal would agree with me. Give him the ball. And I'm not saying that Keyshawn, give me the damn ball. I'm saying that's Arthur Smith has done. Arthur Smith is a terrible fucking coach. He's a terrible coach. I'm sorry. He should not be given the reins. And I'll tell you, they go from a Super Bowl a couple years ago to Arthur Smith. We'll talk about a downfall. What a piece of shit. Stupid ass comment. These guys are coaching. Are you fucking kidding me? Damar Hamlin set up a scholarship on our medical staff credited with saving his life. I don't know why he was a scratch either. I mean, I'm like, let him play. We'll award 1,000 scholarships to support youth in Cincinnati that chase their dreams for the next 3 years. There will be 10 people picked to correspond with the 10 medical professionals who aided Hamlin. That's classy. Oh, and alcohol sales rising in Power 5 college football stadiums. Great. They said that in the Power 5, 80%, as well as Notre Dame, now sell alcohol in the public areas of their stadium on game days. Fantastic. And of the remaining colleges. Some sell booze in non-public areas of the venue, such as suites. Others do not sell at all. Found 19 schools currently in Power 5 began selling alcohol to spectators during college football games in 2019. Before that, just 20 schools allowed it. North Carolina says it made about $4 million after years of selling alcohol. North Carolina says it made $4 million in sales after having 3,000 to 20,000 in net sales during the 2019-20 athletic year. The school quadrupled that number last year, and so we'll see another jump after this. Yes, that's great that they're all drinking heavily. Because, yeah, I mean, hey, what could go wrong at a Jet game? Your team's losing and you're drinking heavily. Nothing. No fights, nothing like that. Just a good old time. Maybe some punches, maybe some kidney punches. See, if you work the body, the hands go down, then you go for the face. That's what I was told. I remember a friend, Dreeds, I used to know. I had a friend, Tommy, who's no longer a friend. He's a total fucking asshole. But Tommy used to be a friend. Turned out to be a real asshole. And people do that. You know, you think you have a friend for 25 years, and then they disappear. You know, people are just schmucks. You know what? You think you have a real friend, and you really don't. But that's a story for another day. But Dreeds used to always say, when you punch someone, you want to punch through their face. Punch through the face. Punch through the face. Yeah. So, yeah. You know what? I'm a little... Got a lot of stuff I'm letting out today, which is good. Honesty is good. That's what my mom told me. Honesty is good. Maybe she didn't tell me that. Maybe someone else did. I don't know. And Carl Torbush passed away yesterday. 97 season. Brown said he was going to Texas, and Torbush took over for the 1998 Gator Bowl, which I remember I was there. 11-1, only the third 11-win season in school history. Then so that was his first win. 98, they never really recovered those Miami of Ohio to lose start the season. They won the Las Vegas Bowl. They qualified for the Las Vegas Bowl. And then they went to shit. Ronald Curry tore his Achilles. Yeah, I forgot about it. Antoine Black. That was my last year. No, was I already gone? No, 99, I was gone. So I was already gone. That was after I left. They went 3-8, first losing season, and he was done. Went 17. Well, they went 6-5 in 2000. He was fired. He went 17-18 at UNC. So rest in peace. But I don't remember. I remember him, and I was like, wow, they were not very good when he was there. And Michigan, you know what? I'm tired of talking about this. I really am. You know, Connor Stallions was fired. The school plans to present evidence to league officials that last season other Big Ten schools, which I said already, Rutgers, Purdue, Ohio State. Former Big Ten coach at a rival school in recent days forwarded to the Wolverines copies of 2 single-page documents listing Michigan's deciphered signals. 3 sources with knowledge of the situation confirmed to Sport Illustrated. He wanted to show that signal stealing is pervasive in the sport and to support Jim Harbaugh. They're saying he could still be suspended. Yeah, and also that Ryan Day and his family were not the ones to leak because they were getting threats against them. And they're saying that Stallions hung around for years. He became known for his signal stealing prowess, but said through his lawyer recently that no other Michigan staffer was aware of his impermissible scouting scheme. Harbaugh had said that he knew nothing about what Stallion was alleged to have done and would have never condoned. But how does no one know? How does no one not know? How does no one not know what's going on? I find that hard to believe, man. I just do. I just feel like, really? There's just something. They think you're going to 2024, the number 2 in the country. They play Penn State, and then 2 weeks later they play the Dump at home. Yeah. So I guess we're going to see what happens. Yeah. Oh, the commissioner. What's the commissioner's name? Yeah, he's all huff. He's all puffed up about this. He's not happy. What's his name? Tony. I'm trying to find his name here. Yeah, no connection. Yeah, involved his family. Michigan was the worst. This is the worst scandal in Big Ten history, not including game fixing. One Big Ten administrator. Biggest scandal. You don't think every school does the goddamn thing? And Stallion told AP he had no knowledge that any of the material he received was gathered in violation of the rules. Well, wouldn't you think you would look at things? How would he know? He probably didn't look over. He just did it. You think these aren't the smartest? These aren't the smartest people in the world. Yeah. The documents he provided to Michigan were shared along with other materials with the Big Ten on Friday, according to a person familiar with the situation, speaking in condition of anonymity. It's always the same thing. Anonymity. Yeah. Big Ten Commissioner Tony Petitti. Tony Petitti. Yes, Tony Petitti is not happy with what's going on there. And what did one coach say? Every week we call your friends and other staff and say, hey, what you got on our next opponent? A current coach with Big Ten experience said, everyone does it. Who cares? Yeah, who cares? Everyone does it. And it's like over and over and over again. I'm like, guys, it happens all the fucking time. All the time. It's ridiculous. It happens all the time. It's not going away. It's not going away ever. No, never. And Lincoln Riley deserves, yes, he does. He said he watched the loss to Washington, slept on it before deciding his team wasn't making the kind of progress, so he fired defensive coordinator Alex Grinch. Nothing will trump getting the right person in here because we're going to play great defense here, period. No, you're not. He never did. It's going to happen. It's going to happen soon. No, it's not. There's no reason in the world why it can't. It hasn't. So the decision to fire Grinch, I read this in The Athletic, what it's like to be a defensive coordinator for a team that employs the air raid offense. Grinch told Feldman he's fortunate because Riley has been committed to running the ball through the years, which helps the defense because you got to give them time off the field. That's what burns them out. But they got progressively worse. As Riley became less committed to the run, Grinch's defense got progressively worse in the 5 seasons they worked together. In 2019, they had 40 rushing attempts per game, and the defense allowed 27.3 points per game. So they were 47th in rushing attempts and 64th in scoring defense. 2020, 38th, 61st in the country, and they allowed only 21.7. 21. They ran it 34 times a game. They gave up 25.8, 58th in defense. Last year, they ran it 33 times a game, 94th, and they gave up 29.2 points per game, 93rd in the country. This year, they're averaging 30 runs a game, which is 121st in the country, and their defense is giving 34.5 points per game, which is 124th. So basically, as you can see, the 2 years, the running was 94th, the defense points allowed was 93rd, and this season, 121st in runs per game and 124th in defensive scoring of points allowed. Yeah, not good. Not good at all. Couldn't happen to him. I don't like Lincoln Riley. I thought he just bolted on Oklahoma, and he went out to USC on that private jet, and he's realizing that, and he is a great quarterback. Another team. He's the Brandon Staley of college football. Great quarterback in Caleb Williams, and it doesn't put the team around him to succeed. And last year they lost to Tulane in the Cotton Bowl, a game which you thought they had it, and they gave him a lot of points. And this season, same shit happening all over again. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. No. Not even close. Nets. How about this? 25-point games by Cam Thomas this season. 5. 5 and 7 games played. 5 in 57 games played last year, and 3 in 67 games the year before. 5 and 7 this year. 5 all in 57 games all last season. 8 in the last 2 seasons combined in a total of 124 games, and he's done it 5 and 7 games this year. Also, 20 fast break point mark for the 6th time in 7 games. The only time that happened was Ben Simmons sat. So that's good. And the top scorers under age 25, you got Doncic at 31.6. And Cam Thomas is the youngest of this group. He's 22. You got Tatum second at 25. He's over 30. Cam Thomas is third. Anthony Edwards at 22 is at 28.2. Desmond Bane's at 27. He's 25. SGA is at over 25 at 25 years old. Maxi's at 25.5 for Philly. Halliburton's at 24. I mean, look at these. Kate Cunningham's averaging 23 this year, and Scotty Barnes for Toronto is averaging 23. And he's the youngest player on the list, and 12 starts. Among the players 23 or younger, he has 12 starts total, whereas Cunningham is 84, Barnes is 157, Maxey 129, Halliburton 159, Edwards 212, and Hero 107. So think about that. 12 starts compared to all the other guys. I mean, he's just touching. He's just getting started. And Knicks won by 14 last night. Harden had 17.6 assists. Randall had 27 and 10. Barrett had 26 and 6 rebounds. But big guy for second half, they won 69-51. Harden had 10 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists. Robinson had 13 points, 15 rebounds, 9 offensive, and 4 steals. Okay, Josh Hart got it done. 7 assists, 2 steals. And Randall had more fast break points himself, 13-6 is what isn't working for them right now. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm done. Harden's got to get himself in shape. I'm just tired of hearing him complain all the time. And Joshua Primo, was exposing himself when he was on the Spurs. He got signed to a contract he's 20 years old, I guess. He was on a 2-way deal in September. Now he got signed to a contract with the Clippers. Jamal Murray is out with a right hamstring strain that's bothered him since training camp. The T-Wolves beat the Celtics 114-109 in overtime. And how about Rudy Gobert, 14 points, 12 rebounds, and Edwards, 38 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. They are the only team to beat the Nuggets and the Celtics this season, the T-Wolves. And last night, Embiid had 29 points in a quarter. In the third quarter, 48 for the game. They blew out the Wizards, 146-128. And Robert Williams, the third, who came over from the trade for Dame, he is going to have to get knee surgery. He's averaging 7 points, 6 rebounds, and a block and a steal in 20 minutes a game. But I guess we're going to know the extent of it once they agree what the time will be for recovery. They're talking between his agent and they always got to talk to the agent. Got to talk to the agent. Heat won 108-107 over the Lakers. LeBron's always upset that he doesn't get the calls. And Davis only played into the second quarter, left with hip spasms. See, I can have 9 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Bam Adebayo, 22 points, 20 rebounds, 10 assists. Yeah, that's a triple-double. 22 and 20. James had 30 points, but they got it done. Yeah, Bam had the first 20-rebound triple-double in Heat history. 20 triple-doubles are rare. There have only been 20 in the last 20 years. Thank you, Tim Reynolds. And the Raptors are playing a lot better when Anunoby's playing. Anunoby, when he's on the court, 5.8 fewer than any other Raptors rotational player are holding to 96.1 points per 100 possessions when Anunoby's on the court. And the best defensive rating among 122 players, averaging 20 plus 8 minutes, and 13.8 fewer than the Cleveland's NBA best defensive rating last year. And Karthika Uthayakumar said they're allowing 117.3 points per 100 in 158 minutes without him on the court. That's a point differential of 21.3 per 100. That's a lot. So Anunoby is getting it done. I talked about James Madison. I watched that 79-76. Terrence Edmonds had 24 points, 5 rebounds. Tyson Walker had 35 points, 5 rebounds, 6 steals, but missed a lot of free throws. Yeah. And Raekwon Horton hit his only 3 points came on a 3 with 8.6 seconds left. He hit it right at the shot clock. Yeah. First win over a ranked opponent since 1992. Michigan was 1 for 20 from beyond the arc and shot 36% overall. That's crazy, right? Tom Izzo had been undefeated in the month of November since taking over 73-0. 73, his first loss ever in November, Tom Izzo. 73-0 since 1995. It is James Madison's, the Duke's first win against a ranked team since December 29th, 1992, when they beat number 19 California. That's the only other time. And James Madison got the football team. The soccer team beat 6 days ago, Halloween Horrors. They beat number 1 UCF, the soccer team 2-1. Good times happening. Football team's good. Basketball team beat Michigan State on the road. A lot of good things happening there. UNC beat Radford 86-70. Baycott had 25, 13 rebounds. RJ Davis and Cormac Ryan, 13 each. Harrison Ingram had 12. They went on a 23-8 run in the second half. 2 former New Mexico State basketball players and a student manager filed a lawsuit Monday saying their teammates frequently brought guns in the locker room. Well, that's got to be great. Kyle Fight, along with a teammate and student manager who did not want their name used, filed a lawsuit the same day as the Aggies' 2023-24 opener at Kentucky. That's great. Players would sexually assault teammates after forcing them to pull their pants down were similar to those made in a lawsuit settled earlier this year with former players. Oh, they settled that for $8 million. So in addition to team members being assaulted in much the same way as they in the previous lawsuit, guns were a regular presence in the locker room and elsewhere on campus and on team trips. Fite said guns were pointed at him from inside car windows 3 times as he was walking across campus. Guns not allowed on New Mexico State's campus, nor on trips involving school activities. Well, let's see how that went well. Former player Mike Peake shot and killed a University of New Mexico student while the team was on a road trip in Albuquerque. He was not charged with a crime because video showed he was acting in self-defense. After the Peake shooting, the lawsuit says the presence of gun within the team became even more real and menacing. Fite knew his teammates were in fear of retribution for the shooting, and the atmosphere was very tense. Oh, my God. Ugh. So they canceled the season in February. That's just bad. That is just bad. That's terrible. Jeez Louise. He got PTSD while at New Mexico State, signed with a pro team in Israel, but then they had war in the region. PTSD was triggered by the war in Israel. It was constant fear and worsening his condition. So I guess they're going to have to settle that one too. Yeah, I mean, I saw that. I was like, oh, guns, no guns allowed, but we have guns on campus. Oh, that's wonderful. We love that stuff. I mean, guns on campus. What could go wrong? What could go wrong with guns on campus? Absolutely nothing. Oh, nothing at all. It's all good, right? It's all good. I mean, you hear this stuff, it's scary as shit. It really is. How about Colorado beats number 1 defending champs 92-78, 14-point road win against the top team in the country. But that was in Vegas. That wasn't a home game. It was on the road. Senior guard Frida Foreman's 27 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Aronette Vonless, 24 points. Freshman Michaela Williams led the Tigers to score with 17 points. Angel Reese finished with 15 points, 6 assists, 15 shooting, and 12 rebounds. Yeah, what could go wrong? Everything, right, Josh? What could happen with guns on campus? Nothing. Yeah, it shouldn't be. LSU became the 4th defending champion in women's D1 history, dropping season opener first since the 95-96 UConn, according to ESPN Stats and Info. They didn't lose their first game last season until February. They also played one ranked team during that 23-0 stretch. This year, they're playing a team, Colorado, that made the Sweet 16 last year and returned its top 6 in minutes played. So that's why you lose that game. It's one game, but I love seeing teams go down. Tigers early in the season. Angel Reese, come on, let's get yeah, okay. USC beat the Dump 83-74 in Vegas. Wait, did LSU play that game at home? Is that LSU women's game? Maybe it was. I'm getting that confused. Where did LSU play? That's not all LSU women's basketball. So yesterday, the game was at, I guess it was at LSU. The game came up. He said she wasn't surprised. Disappointing individual. Yeah. So I guess they did play at home yesterday. Yeah, first game of the season. I guess it was home. Yeah. I thought they were playing on the road. Maybe it was at home. Yeah, the board of the transfers. Oh, no, it was in Vegas. I knew it wasn't home. It was in Vegas. So, it wasn't a home game. It was, it was a road game. But, hey, it happens. All right. And ESPN to broadcast more than 7,000 men and women's basketball games this season, college basketball, and College Game Day added Andrea Carter will become the first woman with a full-time role on ESPN's Basketball's College Game Day. I looked at. Well, she'll be with Reese Davis, Jay Billis, and Seth Greenberg. Jay Williams also coming back. Good for them. Hottest goal scorers last 30 days. Points, player point leaders. Elias Peterson has 21. Hughes and his brother Quinn both have 20. Kucherov for Tampa Bay also has 20. And Jesper Bratt has 18 for the Devils. Austin Matthews, 13 goals. Brock Boser, 10 for Vancouver. Kucherov has 9. Pasternak has 9 for Boston. And Alex DeBrincat for Detroit has 9. And this is interesting. Greg Wyshynski posted this. It took me over 2 hours on the new NHL Edge stat site to determine the slowest NHL skater. And it was, it shouldn't be like this. Oh, it's Kachuk. Kachuk was the slowest. It shouldn't be like this, but it's intentional. Inside, there's a politics involved with puck and player tracking data and how it impacts the fan. Dude, you should be able to get this stuff easily. Shouldn't make it 2 hours on the site? Come on. And the Bruins are 75, 13-6, dating back to last season. They won 3-2 over the Stars, and we saw last season ended for them. Not well. Hey, Lana's joined us. The Tommy DeVito era is coming your way, or Matt Barkley or Jacob Eason. I mean, that should be exciting for you. You should be ecstatic for getting those guys. Yeah, your team's in some serious trouble. But hey, you know, I mean, there's still a lot of sports to play. Yeah, NASCAR. Okay, what did I see here? Okay, NASCAR, baseball. Okay, yeah, the Mets. They said now Carlos Mendoza, maybe Phil Nevin and Gabe Kapler could be names for bench coach. And the Mariners catcher Mike Garvey did not receive a 1-year, $20 million qualifying offer. Former Silver Slugger, 270, 19 home runs, 50 RBIs at 87 games, 14 total appearances, 3 home runs, 15 RBIs in October. Oh, Jonah Haim is the main guy, catcher. Haim's 28, Garver's 33. Yeah, I guess we're going to see who's going to go after him. Oh, and Ian Kennedy retired, 38, 16 appearances in the regular season. Also, he was not on the postseason roster after being placed on the injured list. Former first-round pick, 17 seasons, 6 teams. Hey, go out as a winner. Yeah. Oh, and I love this. The principal owner of the Brewers, Matt Atanasio, said this about Craig Counsell going to the Cubs. We've lost Craig to Chicago, but I've reflected on this. Craig has lost us and lost our community. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Hey, Lon, how you doing? And Billie Jean King, they're having started today a record purse for the Billie Jean King Cup Finals in Spain. Total purse of $9.6 million. It's the men's. It's the equivalent. It's the equivalent of the men's Davis Cup. 12-team finals. The champions will get $2.4 million. It's a lot of money. A lot of money. I like that. I think that's good. NASCAR might have a race outside of maybe Toronto. You know, Formula One. They don't have a contract for next season. CW could be in play for them. We'll see how that works. And this was so Cody Dorman. He watched his namesake Cody's Wish win at the Breeders' Cup. He died at 17. Medical event. He was born with a rare genetic condition, Wolff-Hirschhorn syndrome, delayed growth and development, intellectual disability, low muscle tone, and seizures. He used a wheelchair. Yeah, they said they knew he wasn't going to have. He met the horse during a Make-A-Wish visit to Godolphin's Gainsborough Farm in Lexington, Kentucky, when Cody's Wish was a 5-month-old weanling in 2018. The animal walked over to Dorman's wheelchair and put his head in the boy's lap, creating such a connection that Godolphin decided a year later to name the horse after Dorman. And his mom said that I think that horse probably saved Cody's life in a lot of ways. I know him and the horse have made a lot of lives better. Cody's Wish won his final race Saturday in a $1 million dirt mile. Yeah, all right. Cody Dorman was waiting in the winner's circle as if he already knew what the outcome would be. He won 11 of 16 career starts, including 8 in stake races and over $3.1 million for owner Godolphin. Pretty cool. Oh, you see, I talked about that earlier. So Lon's asking about the Yankees. Yeah, strength and conditioning. Yes, Lon. Good strength and conditioning. And they're going to get a new batting coach. And they have analytics. So they have analytics, all that stuff. Fantastic. Yeah. George Steinbrenner is looking at his son like, who is this guy? He is not my son. He is not my son, which I agree. Oh, and so Chris Miltenberg, number 5 cross country team at UNC. Who knew? And NWSL have you got the Gotham playing the Oil Reign this Saturday for the NWSL championship. And I'm seeing if anybody. Oh, Allie Krieger is up for the best 11. So I'm looking at anybody here. Allie Krieger is the only one local. Oh, and Lynn Williams. It's this Saturday. And the USL and CBS Sports have reached a multi-year deal to air 100 USL Championship and USL League One matches annually through 2027. The first time the league will be presented on network television. I was like, all right. I guess people like that. Yeah. Yeah, Lon, I saw that about them. Not good. Oh, and I sent this to Treetop. You can now buy a Grateful Dead bong. He said the backstory is a better read than the bong price. I guess it's a lot of. Is it a lot of money for the bong? Uh, how much is the bong? Oh, I didn't even look at the price. Yeah, between there. So how much is the bong? The show itself. How much is the bong? Yeah, the bong. That's why people like the Dead shows because everybody's stoned out. Yeah, how much is it? Yeah, I try to see how much it is. Well, how much is it? Together, 7 beat. This song goes on. This goes on forever, dude. Grateful Dead. $599. You kidding me? Wow. Dude, no way. No way. That's a lot of shekels. $5.99 for a bong. Yes. 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 $5.99. Treetop, that's out of control. $5.99. How about them Jets? Yeah, I didn't hear from Rob today either. Yeah. How about them Jets? I didn't hear from Rob either today. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, my girlfriend almost called again and screwed up my podcast, but she thought twice about it, which is good. Yes, Kansas City currently is a Super Bowl favorite. Brian Cashman defends Yankees is pretty fucking good. Oh, I got to read this one now. Brian. Oh my God. Okay, Brian Cashman. He finished what he described in August as a disastrous season. Oh, I'm sorry. First, speaking to reporters, finished what he described in August. Came out firing a fiery held court for over an hour. Much of a defending Yankees baseball operation. 82-80. I'm proud of our people. I'm proud of our process. Cashman said, it doesn't mean we're firing on all cylinders. Really? We're not firing on all cylinders? We won a championship in 2009? It doesn't mean we're the best in class. No, not even close. But I think we're pretty fucking good. Personally, I'm proud of our people. And I'm also looking forward to 24 being better than 23. Are you fucking kidding me? Good God. He said he believes one of the things the Yankees are victimized with trades that don't work out is that they're trying to go for. Okay, here we go. Victimized. The window is still open. The window is still open. Little attrition. 82-80. Uh-huh. Sure. Okay. Bullshit. Where? Good. 9 starts. Right. Right. He broke. Big time. Oh, my God. Yes. Yes. Not sign him. Yeah. Okay. Oh, my God. Oh. Oh. We need to bump more Sherlon. That's going to help us. He's just talking out of his ass. You know that's a good point, Josh. I think they always sell at opening day. I don't think they should. And when I hear shit like this from Cashman, who has been there way too long and has done, and I'm sorry, you can't be a GM for this long. You can't be a GM. Oh, that's what he said. We need to bump more. Is that what he said? I didn't see that. Cashman said we got to bump more. Where did he say that? Wait, who's he talking about left-handed bat? Oh, Aaron Boone said that. I'm listening. No, I hear. Okay. It was a bad move. He didn't try. Joey Gallo, he tried so hard. Joey Gallo either homered or walked, homered, or struck out. That was the things he was good at. Homering, walking, and he did play pretty good D, but no average. So now he's talking about Joey Gallo. Come on. It's a limited market. We're going to get a guy and blah, 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 blah. Oh, shut the fuck up. Just shut up. You can't make excuses. We're pretty fucking where, dude. You haven't won a championship since 2009. Come on, stop it. Victimized for trying to go for it. Come on, dude. Enough with being victimized. Said much of the Yankees debrief since visiting the playoffs for the first time 2016 has been separating fact from bullshit. You can't separate. The fact is you went 82 and 80. Your pitching sucked. Your hitting sucked. Shitty thing that happened with Judge in LA where he, with his toe and everything, but he played well. So Lon is saying that we need to bunt more because bunting wins games. I mean, maybe they could bunt every guy on, and that'd be good for Stanton because he runs the bases so well. So he'll pull his hamstring going from first to second, which will cause him to miss at least 65 games. And Dominguez is out for what, pretty much 2/3 of the season next year. Yeah, things are looking good for them. 82 and 80, and next season looks worse. They need pitching. They need hitting. Volpe won a Gold Glove. Yay. He got to get that average up. His average kind of sucked last season. Are they going to keep second baseman, who who always seems like he zones out? He had a pretty good season for the Yankees, but I'm not a big fan. I'm blanking on names. Yankees second baseman. Come on, help me out here. Yankees second baseman who has 1 year. They could trade him. Every year I keep hearing they're going to trade him, but Gleyber Torres, but we'll see what happens on there. No, I'm talking about Gleyber. And I think he's under team control one more season. So, yeah, Gleyber. Yeah, my man. Thank you, Josh. But, I mean, I hear the stuff. Lon, thank you so much for that because I got to hear, Cashman making more fucking every time it's a goddamn excuse. Lon, it's a constant excuse, man. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the excuses. I'm tired of him saying that we're pretty. What was the word he used for this? What did he say? What he said? Yeah, pretty fucking good. The Yankees are pretty fucking good. We're 82 and 80. We're pretty fucking good. Yeah, maybe if you were playing in single A in Montana, 82 and 80 would be like, yeah. You know what? Listen, if you're let me think. Okay, let me think. Seattle Mariners, 82 and 80 shows a sign for the future. Okay, let me talk about another team. Brewers, 82 and 80. Future looks bright. Yankees, 82 and 80. You might as well go 0 and 162 because it means we suck. We haven't won a championship in 2009, and we're going into next season where next season could be even worse than this season. They're not going to get better. And you got Aaron Boone again as your manager, who to me has sucked. Good, they won 100 games, blah, blah, blah. And they lost to the Astros, and Astros stole a championship, whatever. Every team, I'm tired of it. Every team, as with Michigan, teams steal signs. In football, people cheat in baseball. People cheat probably in they cheat in every sport. If there's an advantage to be had, teams find a way to do it. They do. That's what they do. And I don't even know what to say anymore. I hear Cashman talk, and I want to punch him. I do. I'm tired of hearing this, that we're all blind. We all don't know what's going on, and we all should just be like drinking the Kool-Aid and being like, yeah. Unbelievable. Oh, actress divorcing husband after just 6 months of marriage. Who could this be? Yeah, what the hell? Yeah, never heard of this. Yeah, 6 months. That's not a marriage, sweetie. 6 months isn't a marriage. You're dating. Yeah. Yeah, I love people getting divorced after 6 months. Oh, my God. Ben Simmons is on TikTok? Are you fucking kidding me? Now, is that Ben Simmons? No, come on. One following Ben. Oh, I guess Ben has a lot of time on his hands now. I didn't know he was on TikTok. Oh, yeah, sure. I'll follow you. One shot, buddy. Come on the show. I want to talk to you. 3 shots, 2 points. That's not gonna count. Okay. You know what? Lon, anything else you want to talk about? Josh, anything you want to get off your head? Other people came on today. I couldn't get them to talk, but you know what? But Lon was here. So was Josh. Dr. Joe was not here. Jay gave me some good stuff. All right, let me get to some trivia questions. Last show's trivia question was most home runs in the World Series all time. Who hit the most home runs in the World Series all time? Most total home runs in the World Series. Can you guess? I'll give you most home runs, Lon. Josh, most home runs in World Series games. Only World Series game all time. Who do you think has it? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is Mickey Mantle with 18. Active. How about active players? George? No. Home runs all time, dude. In all World Series games, all time. Total. Not a World Series, total. How about active? Who was the most home runs of active players in World Series games? Oh no, Josh, you don't have to apologize. I was just saying. Most active. I'm going to leave that for a future show. That's a good trivia question. But most all time is Mickey Mantle. All right, today's trivia question. Before last night, when was the last time Michigan State's basketball team lost at home in a November game under head coach Tom Izzo? 2004, 99, 95, or never? Before last night against James Madison, when was the last time that Michigan State's men's basketball team lost a home game under head coach Tom Izzo? Was it in 2004, 99, 95, or never? Josh, thank you. Lon, thank you. Thank you. The Yankees suck. The Yankees suck. The Jets suck. The Yankees suck. The Jets suck. They all suck. Playing terrible. What a terrible game last night. And now the Giants are going to have to play against the Cowboys. That could be ugly. That could be, well, it's November, so it's not Red October. It could be a very ugly day. Yeah, the Mets. The Mets suck too. The Mets suck. Yeah, a lot of stuff, good stuff to talk about. That's all I got for tonight. I feel I've talked for an hour and 27 minutes. I went a little too long, but I have a lot of material, and that's the way I live my life. I go big or go home, and I go big. So I'm going to go right now, and I want to thank Josh. I want to thank Lon. I want to thank did Michigan give me anything today? Yeah, it was somebody else to Michigan. My mom. This is S. Carol and Cal. I'll see them tomorrow. Gumbo Chef working out on Thursday. Oh, and I don't think I talked on a show, but Gumbo Chef sent me this, and I forgot to mention this. But let me see here. What did he tell me? He told me that August set a PR in his last meet of the season. He ran a 24:07 5K. 24:07 5K. August. Yes. And maybe August will come on and we'll talk about his running. I don't know if I want to do that. Live on the show. So August 24:07 for his 5K, kicking ass and taking names. So happy for him. Yeah. What did hey AI, make a picture or a photo of the Jets. So my friend Treetop put a picture up of the Jets right now. Treetop got on the show. That's fantastic. Treetop, you're the best. Got on the show. That was hilarious. Holy shit. Yes, Gumbo Chef. Yes. Tell August he is. Oh, geez. Whew. Oh, and okay. So one more story. Some guy behind us from a hotel from the 19th floor jumped. And then they were arguing. There's a restaurant next door to our apartment. And they were arguing where they wanted to take the body out of the restaurant. Didn't want to take it out of the restaurant. So they took it out of the apartment. So we don't know what happened. There was one balcony, and he jumped off the balcony. Sunday night, I wasn't here, but Michigan heard them. She said it sounded like a car crash. I was like, Jesus Christ! And then they were, and then so James is doorman here, and the cop wanted to show him the picture of the body. He's like, dude, I want to see the picture of the body. I didn't see this shit. So I was like, wow. So I kind of wanted to look, but I didn't think it was appropriate. But yeah, I was in Texas, so I missed all that. But dude, somebody had a bad day, dude. Yeah, jumped. They said he actually jumped off and leaped. So if he would have landed below the hotel I guess they had a glass atrium where people eat, but he missed it, and I guess he landed in the alleyway in the back, and there's a wall, so he couldn't go. They had to take the body out the building. They couldn't go around the building because there was a brick wall. Yeah. Pretty crazy, right? Some crazy shit. Yeah, so that was a story I wanted to talk about. But yeah, so that's all I got for today. I think I would love to get Rob on, but yeah, I've talked enough. Yeah, yeah. So, ouch. All right. So thank you all, Josh. Thanks, Lon. Guys, Yankees suck. Yeah, Brian Cashman, shut the fuck up. And Jets, Zach Wilson's not your quarterback. But Robert Saleh, you're gonna ride that one. You're going down with the plan on that one. Thank you, Josh, for being part of that awesome show. Everybody have a great night. Peace out, and I'll talk to you soon. Adios. Okay. End.